Hello everyone, we should be live now. And before we do start with today's live stream, uh, let me check on if all the systems are working first. It does look like that way. All right, so Pisces Moonbeam, thank you so much for your 3 Canadian dollars for a Karen super chat. And in return, Karen, thank you so much for your $3 for Pisces Moonbeam super chat. Let me put you guys in the list. And Liz, thank you so much for your $3 for Miguel. So all of you, make sure that you stick around up until the end of the stream, where you are gonna get your personalized reading for the transit itself. So it seems quite of a telling new moon that is going to take place. In fact, Pisces Moonbeam kind of made a point before I have started the live stream. It is, she said, I wonder what the collective is all about. Well, wonder no more, because right now I'm gonna tell all of you guys what the collective reading is all about. Hello, Liz and TC. Hello, Angela. Yeah, quite in a mood tonight. So, as you may have paid attention to the thumbnail, there you can see as well the collective reading for the new moon in Gemini. And the first card of that collective reading, that is going to be the Five of Pentacles, followed by the second card of the collective reading, which is the Queen of Swords. Moving next, we do have the Lovers. Thank you, Angela. Afterwards, that is going to be Temperance. And the final card of the collective that will stand as the Ace of Wands. Yeah, Karen, we are so glad to have you back. In fact, we were kind of wondering where you have been, and I had to put some minds in ease that you should be okay because you commented on a few videos that was released. So thankfully, everything went okay with you, your surgeries, and as well the recovery. All right, so about the collective. Oh, do you know, guys, when people want something way too goddamn much, and you know these situations where whatever you want, you can get there, okay? But not exactly, but you can't have it the way you want it. And in the most cases, that happens in you know, when you are about to have sex. But that's a different story. So yeah, that's what kind of the new moon is all about. So this new moon, or the duration of the next couple of weeks, is about to change the not the standards, I will put it that way, the lifestyle that we are adopting toward one or another situation here. And the reason why we need to change that lifestyle or the way we see things generally about one or another situation comes from the second card of the Queen of Swords. I believe in English the word is stubborn. In my language, in Bulgarian, we do have a different word for exactly that stubbornness. Okay, the stubbornness I'm talking about, it is when you do see that you know, you do have some kind of either criterias or view, or a perception, which you alone see that this perception criterias or whatever, they are doing, or you are about to start seeing that this perception is start doing more harm than good. It actually makes more problems than it solves things. And in worst cases, it deprives you, us, it deprives Tao of thy opportunity. And so the next couple of weeks is going to be all about, you know, overcoming these perceptions, code of conducts, views as well over life, and in generally allowing ourselves to, let's say, unblock ourselves from the stereotypes which no longer serves us, from the stereotypes that are making, like I said, more issues, more problems than they are actually solving things. So where those things, or rather like these lifestyle changes, are more appropriately to come about. Well, if we go by the Lover's card here, okay, I should say in our romantic life. That doesn't necessarily have to be true, although it's most likely that it's going to take place there. That is because the Lovers, aside from being about the romantic life, it also touches the harmony of thyself. And therefore, where we are unharmonious about things, but we are unwilling or incapable, or I don't know, way too detached to these things, is taking place, that is where the lifestyle, or rather like the sight, the view toward those things, whether romantic relationships, partnerships, projects, etc., is going to start taking place. And so ultimately the next couple of weeks is all about choices, and what kind of a decision we are going to make about the situation we are finding ourselves into. Are we going to do what we used to, or are we going to do what's, you know, what kind of seems that is going to work? That is how it stands here with the Lovers. Are we going to struggle against the harmony, or we're gonna stick with our old ways, or are we gonna change these old ways, or accept the new ways, so to speak, and go forward with it? In either way, guys, it seems that is going to resolve a lot of issues when it comes to our love life, when it comes to our career as well. We have to live with those resolutions. When I do say resolve, I don't mean that they are going to be resolved in the best possible way, okay? They're just no longer going to be there. They're no longer going to be a subject, okay? But they may be resolved, or the lack of subject may be because we missed our chances. Thank you, Cinnamon Kiss. Thank you. Cheers with the coffee then. And so, what's at stake? Well, the lesson that we have to learn here as it stands, that is with the Temperance, okay? Having this card. And this is a huge and broad lesson. First of all, that's a lesson that sometimes you gotta take what you can get, okay? You just gotta take what you can get. You gotta just roll with it. But the lesson goes even deeper than that, okay? And it is, what's the point? No, let me approach it from a different angle. Okay, so the lesson is that there is always a way to make something work should something want to work. That's kind of like the lesson that stands out there. And it's also about a lesson of again of a harmony, okay? So when you decide to go forward with something, it has to be the way, or like it has to be something which is not going to put you in a extreme states. like extreme happiness, like extreme grief, and so on and so forth. So it needs to be something manageable and something controllable. And also it's a lesson that the coin comes with two sides, meaning that whenever you involve yourself into something, it has its pros and it has its cons. It has its enthusiastic developments, and it has as well its chores. But should we change our lifestyle toward our job, for example, toward um, toward our relationship life, love life, regardless if it is there or not? If it isn't there, that is because of the lifestyle again, okay? Towards our friends and so on and so forth. Then the energies that are going to help us are to manifest, okay? And out of those situations which we were stuck on, which we didn't saw it the way in its full potential, or we didn't saw it for what it is, okay? A very gainingful enterprise pops up. It shows up, and that's by the way, as the Ace of Wands stands there, it's an unexpected enterprise, okay? It's not something we saw coming, at least not at the start of these at the start of that new moon. So basically it's going to be better than we anticipate, okay? Manifests. So I gotta think very carefully about the style I do certain stuff in my life. At least that I'm aligning this reading with me. I definitely can do better. Pisces Moonbeam will agree. I bet all of my money on it, and which are not much, but still. And yeah, I hope that all of us are gonna do it that way. Janila, thank you so much for your 12 actually US dollars support. Thank you. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end of the live stream, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the new moon in Gemini. So bottom line, guys, I kind of like talked about things that, you know, they're very not generic but very broad. So first of all, this new moon, we are going to understand that for the most part, the problem why things doesn't happen, it's because of us and the way we address things around us in our love life and in our career. And also the other problem with why things aren't happening, it is because we want them to happen in a certain way. So it's important to focus on the grand scheme of things. What I like to say, it is that, say you do want to be successful, how, where, when, well, when it's important, but how, where, whom with, what kind of success about, and so on and so forth. That's for the time being irrelevant. The point is that you can be successful. It just maybe not the way you want to be successful. And if you do open your mind, or if we do open our mind to accept the other way, then it's gonna end up with that gainingful enterprise that is gonna be better than we have anticipated. Same thing about love. It's important that you can end up beloved. How, where, when, probably whom with as well. That's irrelevant for the time being, at least. It's just the importance here, it is that you can be. Question is, are you gonna allow it? Are we gonna allow it to develop? Cinnamon Kiss, thank you so much for your 5 pounds. Thank you, Cinnamon Kiss. So you do want advice how to overcome that person. Okay. Just hold on a second. Right. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end, where you're gonna get the answer to that question. All right, guys. So it seems that major change is to take place into the upcoming couple of weeks with us and how we see over a thing, okay? Over either our business or over either our career, a new beginning, so to speak. Isn't that what the new moons are all about? New beginnings, right? New refreshing of one situation and status. So with that said, I'm going to move now to the 12 star signs, and I'm going to start reading for the 12 star signs. But as usual, guys, in every after every 4 star signs being read, one of you is going to get a free reading from me. And all that you got to do to participate into this giveaway, it is to stick up until one of those breaks, to stick around up until one of these breaks. And once I do announce it, just input a question that you want to be read for, and I'm going to pick one of these questions, or actually Pisces Moonbeam is going to pick one of these questions. I'm going to perform a professional reading on that question. As well, also, anyone who supports the channel and the live stream through Super Chat, you guys are going to get your readings at the end, that's regardless. And also, now I can do Lenormand draws, and that is something, though, you do want to request. So with your Super Chat, if you do wish Lenormand, just say, you know, with the Super Chat itself, Lenormand. And I'm gonna make a Lenormand draw instead of a tarot draw for you. All of you who signed up for the monthly readings the month of June, you purchased the monthly reading for the month of June, you're gonna get your reading shortly after the live stream. Anna, by the way, I sent you an email in regards to your purchase as well. And yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if you do wish a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, which you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you will see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. All right. So with Aries, first card for you guys, that is going to be the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the second card here of the Empress. Moving on next, that will be Judgment. Afterwards, we have the Three of Pentacles. And the final card for Aries, this is going to be the Hangman. Okay, so these 5 cards. Well, it will be a bit of an easygoing couple of weeks that are approaching for Aries. That comes from the energy themselves. And it seemed that, and the energies, these are your gifts, your gift your gift guys from the full moon in Gemini. And so the gift for Aries, it is that only the right things for them are going to have a manifestational development. So only the right things are going to proceed developing. The wrong things for you, as the Hangman stands, they are gonna stuck. Okay, they are gonna start stalling and stucking, and no matter what you do, the damn thing will not want to move forward even an inch, whether it is about your love or whether it is about your relationship. That way you can only focus on those aspects in your life, whether love or business, which actually have a merit and room to grow. And growing, it is the topic itself, as we do have the Ace of Pentacles. Mattia, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Thank you, Mattia. So make sure that you do stick around up until the end of the stream, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the transit. of the new moon into Gemini. So growing, it's exactly what the topic of your new moon into Gemini is, Aries. Bottom line here, guys, for you, it is that throughout the transit, throughout the next couple of weeks, you can really establish a lucrative and successful business deals, business maneuvers, if that's on your mind, and if that is something that really manifests for you, or you can establish a harmoniously developing relationship, but again, relationships, plural. But again, it's important to go and to pour in resources into the situations that you see no overwhelming difficulties with, okay? These are situations which are just, snowballing, and you will, whenever you do something in them, you make a performance in them, things are producing results. Because there are going to be those situations where no matter what you do, always something happens that deprives you of results. And with these situations, with these enterprises, you basically have to, or you should at least, you just you should ignore them. You should stop being a part of them, at least for the next couple of weeks. But that's not even the problem here, okay? The problem that you may face in the next couple of weeks, it is the comfort zone that you may surround yourself with, okay? Or that you may start dwelling into it, and the impression that everything hangs on one decision making, I would say it, okay? On one decision making. So nothing have been decided yet in neither of your, at least according to these cards, in neither of your situations. And even if the situation feels that it is going south, suddenly you may find an option to improve it, and vice versa as well. So do not take down, or rather like drop down your guard, if I may say it that way. But also what you can find a little bit overwhelming, it is the need to be alone, which is something that you should try to extinguish if you can in the next couple of weeks, and take a participation and initiation as well. But I want to stress it again, only into these aspects of your life that are developing. Those who are stuck, I did, Mattia. Yeah, I did. So those that you find yourself being stuck no matter what, you should, like I said, ignore them. And you're going to have pretty good idea what you should pour your resources into. I'm not going to talk much about it because there isn't much to be told about it. Indie, oh my god. Like a person from India. So Judgment, third position. Judgment third position shows that you Aries are gonna instinctively and immediately understand where you are needed and where your worth is. So there isn't going to be much of a puzzling and much of a, how can I put it into words? Going to be much of a dilemma. What exactly you should put your hands into. And the lesson that you need to learn here, guys, it's a lesson where no one can does it by itself. And if you do want to achieve something great, at the very least, you should start where you have support, and as well where you can learn and where you can you can. Yeah, I would ask the same question as well. Non. What's indie? So where you can forge a productive cooperations. So that's for Aries. Okay, I would take that. I'd take it. I look much younger. Actually, even a value of that have been bestowed 2 to 3 years younger, if you say so. Right. Moving on next, guys, we do have Taurus. First one for Taurus, that is going to be the World, followed by the Page of Swords. Moving on next, that will be the Wheel of Fortune. Afterwards, we have the Six of Pentacles. And the final one for Taurus here, that is going to be the Chariot. So, for Taurus, we're talking about severances here, or by the look of these cards, and I will try to explain you guys what are the type of the situations that you're gonna face into the upcoming couple of weeks. So these are situations where it's truly about new beginnings, isn't it? I mean, the whole thing, the whole new moon in Gemini. Because it relates to the style you Taurus are addressing situations, and you are addressing especially other people. So what we're talking about here is getting on the same page with certain individuals. Some of them are gonna mean more to you than others. Okay, but bottom line, it is that you are going to grow to understand into the next couple of weeks that these wrangles you have with these people, okay, these arguments that you are fighting over with them, that is never literally gonna end. It is just neither you will be able to convince the other part in your righteousness, neither they will convince you into their righteousness. And for that reason, it seems that within the next couple of weeks, things are going to be done and done. All right, that we can see here with the World card into the first position. But not that card not just only relates to people, but also relates to situations. Meaning that within the next couple of weeks, you can finalize very important developments into your life. Okay, projects, sealing up deals. Bottom line with the World card, guys, it is the way you set yourself up with the current enterprises you are a part of. That is how it's gonna stay. So by the end of the next, by the end of the week after this one, okay, after this one that it is coming, it's important to, I don't know, to set yourself in a way that you want to find yourself in. Because, for example, if by the time next week, a couple of weeks from now, you are still in a situation where you are a friend with a person you are interested in terms of relationships, you are stuck with that state, or you are going to be stuck with that state. And at least for the next 6 months, there is almost no getting out of it. So if you do want to make a serious progress into your endeavors where it matters, that's this is the time. Next couple of weeks, that's the time. And make no mistake, you will have your options here, having the Wheel of Fortune into the third position. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune being there within the next couple of weeks, you will the circumstances, okay, they are gonna form in a such a way that what will be gifted to you, it's that option available, it's that chance. Okay, let's say it that way. It will be presented in front of you, that chance for you to make a difference, to make once in a lifetime change within the enterprise you want to make a progress. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune is considered as a luck, because these circumstances, they feel very random. Okay, it's by a chance, but at the end of the day, what does it matter really? I mean, it's a time where you should use your aces, for what I can say. Taku is recovering because he was released from hospital a couple of days ago, I believe. If he's not here, I haven't saw him here. No, he isn't. So what we have for you, Taurus, it's that it is important, guys, to close the deal within the next couple of weeks. And on top of it, whomever doesn't want to align with you as a vision and as an opinion, well, at least for the time being, you don't have any common points. You don't have anything that relates to you. So like I said, severance, at least for the time being, is going to be there and is going to be imminent. And why this is happening, we can see it very clearly here with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, and the Six of Pentacles, it is when everybody needs to know their places, and it seems that you are going to be fit into your place in the next couple of weeks. And that's why these circumstances, which feels very random but they aren't, are going to happen to you, circumstances through which you can stir a once in a lifetime change in your life, which is going to help you reach a peak of experience and culmination of things in an important cycle of life, which on its own accord is going to allow you to focus on a new perspective that comes after. Now, the energies which are going to support you within the next couple of weeks, Taurus, are energies of pride and wish fulfillment. What I mean here, guys, it is that you are gonna be very proud of your accomplishments and the results which are gonna be there. Okay, and also those results are gonna get you one step, if not 10 steps closer to whatever you wish to accomplish for yourself, love life, or career wise. So that was about Taurus. Hello, Ginger. Welcome to the stream. So that was about Taurus. Now moving next, we do have Gemini. We were TS. Now we are on Gemini. Right, so for Gemini, the first one that is going to be the Eight of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands. Moving on next, that is going to be the Magician. Thank you, TS. Afterwards, that will be the Five of Wands. And the final one is the Two of Pentacles. Talking about a change. Talking about a change. Well, that's the thing about Gemini, all right? It's that they don't even realize, or you guys do not even realize how far you can go, okay? Just within these cards, you do not realize uh, how blessed you can be. I don't know how to put it in English. So let me try to explain you what the reading shows. Let's first focus on the first three cards, okay? These three. So we do have the Eight of Swords with the Nine of Wands and the Magician. And let's give relationships, because this is going to be more explanatory than a business. Let's give relationships. So as far as relationships goes, within the next couple of weeks, if you don't have already, you are about to stumble on a person who would simply going to like you the way you are, okay? They're not going to want you to change a bit about yourself. However, the problem is yourself or the way you want things to happen. That can be seen here with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands literally shows that within the next couple of weeks, you are going to be prone to self-sabotaging, always changing or always opting to, let's say, to become more, to become better, or to make the situation more comfortable, more suitable, let's put it that way, which will always going to change the foundation, which is not going to allow anything to pretty much set itself up and plant itself, so to speak, and grow. So here is important next couple of weeks, Gemini, to just, and I don't know how to put it into words, guys. Well, first of all, it's important to recognize how much you do have. Because according to these cards right now, you are thinking in the box like this, and you gotta go outside of the box. You know, you gotta see things from the outside of the box. In other words, you should stop thinking or seeing of what should be, but instead you have to focus on what can be, okay? That way, you are gonna grow to understand that you can be bigger, you can be better, you can be more successful, more happier when it comes to your love life. And the thing is that you don't have to change anything about yourself, all right? You don't have to align yourself to the situation. You can align the situation to yourself. And I'm sorry that I am kind of like, it's quite of a difficult explanation, but let's say it that way, guys. You can do it, all right? You do have, say you do want to manifest something, well, you can manifest it, okay? In the next couple of weeks, you can. It is just you have to think outside of the box and take one thing at the time, and instead of trying to align yourself to it, align it to you. That is what those cards are showing itself, or rather like what they are showing to us, to all of us. Not to mention that it will be imperative that you do not close yourself, do not look others from a high horse, and do not think that you are better than anybody else, because well, that's a gamer's principle, right? That's no matter how good you are, there is always someone better than you. But in your case here, it is just, you know, your mind, it is what it's closing you up and is not allowing you to push forward and grow even further, whether in your love life or whether in your career. So from these three cards, we can see that you do not realize the full potential of, for example, your business, or of, for example, your love life, of what options and how good opportunities you do have in front of you. You do not realize them now, but you are about to. Okay, and that we can see in the next couple of cards here for you, Gemini. The Five of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands, this is the lesson that you are to learn, and the lesson is pretty simple. Yeah, well, I hope it comes about. Pisces Moonbeam. But with the Five of Wands, here as a lesson, pretty simple lesson, it is that things can go either way. Okay, so if you have a set expectations, don't. Because you are going to end up being surprised. We're not even talking about disappointment here, guys. We're talking about a surprise. That the results are going to surprise you and you have to pretty much react on a fly, on a go. I don't know how to put it into English, but it is just you gotta take one thing at the time as the thing manifests itself. And with the Two of Pentacles, which are the energies which are going to support you within the next couple of weeks, well, these are a pretty good energies in your case, because these energies are gonna allow you to understand the newly forming situations in your love life and it's your career. With the help of these energies, instead of being stuck with already predisposed expectations, plans, expectations, I already said it, perceptions, I'm sorry. You will allow yourself to think bigger, to think wider, and therefore it's gonna put it into words. There will be nothing there to it's not like to surprise you, but there will be nothing there you cannot handle. That's my point here. But through you handling things as they come, you will see that, you know, the situation you are stuck into, which we can see through the Eight of Swords, it's much deeper, much wider, and it has so many more options for you to go for than you have saw up until this point. Tracy, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Thank you, Tracy. Make sure that you do stick around up until the end, where you're gonna get your personalized reading for the transit. And yeah, I hope that Mercury goes direct rather soon. It's Friday, isn't it? Pisces Moonbeam. Because I shared with you that these past few live streams that we had, very difficult to read the cards. Probably is from the Mercury retrograde, because Mercury, that's it's not a law, but if you can avoid reading through Mercury retrograde, that would be best. It messes up with the perception you do have for not just only the cards, but as well astrology and so on. So Tracy, do you want a tarot draw, or you do wish to have a Lenormand draw? All right, Cancer. June 2nd, when is that? Oh my God, it's Thursday. Thank God. Lenormand, please. All right. All right, so make sure you stick around up until the end, where you will have your draw. All right, Cancer, the Hangman, with the Two of Swords. What? No. With the King of Wands. With the with the Ten of Swords. With the World. Ooh. I forgot which movie was it in. I don't remember which movie was it in, okay? But the bottom line of the movie was that the plot basically is like that. It's a bunch of characters were trying to go in a certain direction, you know, but from somewhere, well, bottom line is that it was already decided. Well, that is what you are facing here, Cancer. It was already had been decided. Okay, so let me try to explain you what I mean here. I mean, look at these cards. Look at these two cards. They do mean that you don't have a choice. That is because it has already been decided, whether most likely through your actions, okay, or through the happenings or whatever is there. And now the resolution or the results of these happenings, final destination. Well, people were dying there, so no, it was something like, you know, the bunch of people were trying to kind of like sway a situation in a different direction, and a deity told them it has already been decided, all right, through their actions. So it's no, it wasn't the final destination, it was another, but it has already been decided, all right. The thing is that these results, they are not yet formed, or rather like they are still, it's just okay, so it's just a halfway through the manifestation of these results, or how to, well, put it that way, the development or the results of this had been decided. Now it lingers in the void and it waits its time to happen. Most likely this time is not gonna take place within the next couple of weeks, okay. It will grow and grow, and it may take a place in couple of months from now or in an year from now. That's irrelevant for the next couple of weeks. The next couple of weeks, guys, it is just, you will come up to understanding that, you know, no matter how much you try to make a difference, no matter how much you try to, let's say, separate yourself from this, it's gonna find its way to you again in one or another way. So, and there isn't much to be said here, okay. The lesson that you are gonna learn, though, it is the Ten of Swords, and in your case at least, the Ten of Swords, it's a lesson of submission. It's a lesson where you know, one does understand that all the struggling and all the suffering, it's only because they haven't finished their business yet. I don't know how to put it into words. It's so complex here. Because it kind of like it already had been decided, but it almost feels like here, because we do have the Two of Swords, that you're trying to buy your out of it, that you're trying to buy your way out of it in one or another way. And it doesn't have to be out of the thing, but the way the thing had been decided. So your lesson here, it is a lesson of submission, yeah, with the Ten of Swords, to let it, it's not even let it happen, it can't happen without your involvement. With the Ten of Swords, the card, it's about a lesson is that one has to be decisive, one has to get their things to the very end, no matter the cost. One has to understand that, you know, if one wants a new era into their life, they need to make that definitive decision, irrevocable decision or irreversible action, so the new era can take place there. But it has already been decided because of the energies as well, the world, which pretty much sets on it is what it is. Okay, it sets on it is what it is, and you cannot do a dime about it. It doesn't have to be negative, Anna. It doesn't have to be negative. So, what's your best course of action, you may ask here, Cancer? We have the King of Wands. So ask yourself then, what makes you grin? Okay, and in the same time you find important. The King of Wands, it's one of these cards that has it knows how to live life in a way that life doesn't bother them. Okay, some people know how to party, other people know how to basically be busy. Third knows how to be calm, and so on and so forth. But the thing is that the King of Wands, they master the way of living life to its fullest, and on top of it, it's an ambitious strive. So what I am talking about here is, think what, as a situation, or maybe as a person as well, it kind of like makes you not, the word is not excited. It makes you alive. And if that makes you alive, then that's the direction where things have been decided, and basically you gotta let it grow. But it had been. Alright guys, so that's for Cancer, and now we are entering into the first break where one of you is gonna get free reading from me. And in order to do so, just input your question into the comments of the live stream, and in about 5 minutes, Pisces Moonbeam is gonna pick one question, and I'm going to perform a professional reading on this question. So it was a complicated reading for Cancer. Take it that way, guys. It is that with the Hangman and that Two of Swords there, even if you haven't been so, now you got yourself wedged in either a situation or with a person that you made something destined to be experienced, and it lingers in the void forward. And as the Hangman states, no matter what you do or the other person or the situation develops, it's going to be experienced. There are gonna be few conditions which I'm not gonna talk about because I don't want to make choices for you. But bottom line, it is that there is no escape from it. It doesn't have to be something bad. Okay, it doesn't have to be something bad. No, no, Cinnamon Kiss. It means that the stage of the relationship is gonna end. Okay, the stage of the relationship, which doesn't mean that the relationship itself has to end. It is just, it may jump to the next stage, or it may dissolve entirely, but just the same stage is not gonna be there anymore. Hello, Brian. So Pisces Moonbeam, you can pick the question. That's all right. No, it doesn't. I don't go to dates. Don't have anybody to go to dates with. So no, it's just the I. It's not like I grew fed up, but it's kind of like I was planning to do the haircut since January. It's just, I never bothered. So it's not something that forced me to do it. It was just kind of like I wanted it to do it. It just I didn't. I was lazy to do it. Okay. You pick Tracy. Let me find Tracy's question then. Thank you, Cinnamon Kiss. Yeah. Tracy, those are the cards. And it seems they are. Yeah. It seems that they are going through it. Going through with whatever they have planned. So it seems that this what your selfish, as you are mentioning here, friend is planning to do. So it's going to take place. All the preparations done. Okay. and he doesn't care what others need, what others tell to your friend as well. We can see that from these two cards here. Doesn't listen anybody. So, or your friend doesn't listen anybody. So I think that they're gonna go through with this wedding. Learn the guitar. Oh my god, music is out of my world. It's out of my league. It's out of my world. I am super unmusical. I mean, I can't fathom it, so don't ask me to do that. It will be dreadful, right? It will be literally dreadful. Learning a guitar. I mean, my god. Singing is terrible. Let alone me playing an instrument. All right, moving next, we do have Leo. No, Sandy. Not everyone. Not me. And a flute. Ooh. Uh, 36 DS. 36 years old and getting older. 36 and a half. Right, Leo. First one, we do have the Five of Cups. I don't, but I can. Pisces Moonbeam is gonna tell you that. She's gonna verify. I do not write, but I can write. Then we do have the Two of Swords, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Moving on next, that is gonna be the Page of Swords. And the last one, that is gonna be Temperance. Huh? Did I ever said that? No. No, Karen, you wouldn't. Just according to the cards I drew, all the preparations done. In fact, if that makes any difference, in a bad way, that is, your friend feels quite proud of these preparations, and he's gonna go through with them, for at least what those cards are showing. You are in the reverse, yeah. No. No. I might be one day. Just the thing it is that and that's not impersonal. The thing it is that I don't like England. And right now I cannot go there either because my brother, he just ain't gonna, doesn't have a space to get me in, okay? Because I'm not gonna get into that, but I won't be able to, at least not this year. All right, back to Leo. Second chances, guys. We can see that from these cards, okay? Second chances for you. And what those cards are showing here is that into the upcoming week, you are going to grow to see that, you know, the situation haven't been advanced that much that you cannot not reprimand or rectify, okay? You cannot rectify the situation itself. Yeah, she isn't. I don't know where she decided that I said that. In any case, that you can rectify the situation. However, by you rectifying, I don't mean you fixing it, but you being you maintaining your role into the situation. There is no there is no fixing that situation, okay, whether into your love life or whether into your career. The Five of Cups shows here at the very start of the reading, it is that whatever, guys, whatever Leo disappointed you, whether in your job or whether in your love life or whether into the pursuit of your love life, it's gonna be there to stay, guys. But these disappointments, as I like to say with the Five of Cups, these disappointments, they shouldn't be enough to it shouldn't be they should not be enough to make you walk away. And that is exactly what the problem is here. That's for one or another reason, whenever these disappointments happen, it is kind of like you lost your drive. You do not see any potential into either this job or into this person as an intimate partner, or either, you know, into this friendship and so on and so forth. But bottom line here, at least according to these three cards, okay, it is that you saw what you wanted to see, what you were looking for. The question isn't that, okay? Maybe what you are looking for as of this moment isn't there, or at least not in the entirety of it. But what you do not see, it is what you are not looking for at this stage, which is there. And that is what you are going to start realizing in the next couple of weeks. So you may not see in your job that you can become something, but you can become other thing, which will be equally appealing, so to speak. And bottom line here is that you are gonna realize that into these situations that you are disappointed about, there are gonna be potentials, maybe different potentials from the potentials you wanted to have, but potentials nonetheless. And in fact, these cards here are urging you to stick around and develop those potentials. One more thing from these three cards for you, Leo, it is that don't make any presumptions, guys. You do not know everything, okay? You don't have the full grasp on the situation. You do not have the full the whole information. You do not know all the circumstances, and for that reason it will be best, you know, if you just kind of like roll with it, okay, for the time being. So what is that you are gonna learn from the next couple of weeks? Well, the learning is with the Page of Swords, and in your narrative, that is one of the better cards you can have, because this is how it stands. With the Page of Swords, if we're talking about a person here, that person will become significant for you for a reason you do not understand right now. But these reasons will be fully understood by the end of the lunar transit, which is 2 weeks. If you do not find your job important right now, that job will become important for reasons you do not understand right now, but you will by the end of the next couple of weeks. So that being said, what we like to say into our country, you don't know where you don't know which hole the golden rabbit is gonna pop up from. And that's why you gotta be on all of the fronts, not presuming where something can go or not, but instead sticking with what you have already chose. So you chose to try with somebody to be in a relationship with, but you know, the situation developing, it's underwhelming, right? And you say, you know what, there is no point going for this one, right? Wrong. It's wrong because you don't know what significant role yet that person is going to take in your life. Yeah, they may not end up with you in a romantic relationship, but they may end up being a very valuable and formidable ally that you can have in your friendship circle about your job and so on and so forth. And in fact, the energies which are going to support you throughout the next couple of weeks for you, Leo, these are the energies of temperance. And when temperance is with you, that means that within the next couple of weeks, you get to face every situation that it is in front of you with the proper, how do you put it into words? With the proper reaction, I would say it that way. So no matter what happens, you always gonna know what you gotta do about it in order this situation to go forward. Another thing that these energies are gonna bring to you guys: compassion and solidarity, respect above everything else. You will find in the next couple of weeks that while people may not fully agree with you, right? People may not kind of like take your opinion into their heart. They will learn to respect your opinion, and these people are not going to mess around with your personal endeavors. But above everything else, this is what's the prime of your reading, Leo. You chose something, okay? You chose a path, whether to go forward with somebody or to sign up for a job or to buy a house or whatever. These cards are telling you, do not deviate from the choice you took. Just don't. People all older than me, yeah, that's a thing, okay? Or at least I don't actively do that. I mean, I do not chase women which are older than me, but that doesn't mean that if I do not like a woman which is older than me, I'm not gonna date her. In fact, it happened a couple of times. It did happen. Try to remain professional? What do you mean? All right, Virgo, your first one, guys, that is going to be the 10 of Wands. Moving on next, we do have the King of Cups, followed by the Sun. The fourth one, that is going to be the Four of Pentacles. And the final one, we do have the Fool. Yes, Sandy, that's a thing, yes. Hello, Melanie. Welcome to the stream. Those are. No, no, yeah. Oh, I can blush as well. I believe I'm very easy to blush also. But blushing doesn't mean much. Just to me, it means that you feel uncomfortable. So I'm curious what happened with the fifth one. Things didn't end it very well, did they, Karen? So back to Virgo. That's the thing about these cards. Well, you are a woman, Cinnamon Kiss. That's in our human nature. It is just, it's an instinct. Women are drawn to older men while men are drawn to younger women. And that's an instinct because whether you like it or not, guys, women age faster. That's a thing about women. And yeah, women are more beautiful than men. They are the beauty of nature, right? But they age faster, especially if they give birth. They age faster. Those women who doesn't give birth, they age slower than those who already gave birth. I don't, and scientists cannot figure out why that's the case. Okay, but it's what it is. And that's one of the reasons why, but it's above everything else, it's an instinct, believe me. Okay, let's not get there, Melanie. Let's just not get there, because we can see how much you gotta do, when it comes to initiating in relationship. In my experience, you women only sit around and waiting, and you are waiting for the man to do the heavy lifting. That's at least my observation. Your observation is gonna be completely different, though. Yeah, babies takes a lot from the body. That's true as well. All right, back to Virgo. So according to these cards, Virgo, it seems that in the next couple of weeks you can rely only on yourself. Only on yourself. Now there is something very important that you should need to know, and that is from the King of Cups into the second position. Okay. And that card speaks that there are going to be offers which are going to come your way, more than just only one, possibly. And these offers are going to not necessarily bad offers, all right? Just because the card is this card is into the second position doesn't mean that these offers are dead end. Okay, it doesn't mean that these offers are something that is gonna are traps. The problem with these offers, it is that they are coming in a little bit of a inconvenient, so to speak, time for you, Virgo. These offers, they come in time where it's not appropriate for them to come about. That is because it seems that in the next couple of weeks you are gonna have already continuous endeavor that you are entering into the transit with. We can see that into the ten of wands, where you just have to devote your full attention into it, and so you cannot afford to throw resources whether those resources are time, whether those resources are efforts, or even money, if you will, into something that just pop up. Okay, so according to these cards, it will be best to do a couple of things. Hello, Star Lover. Welcome to the stream. Jessica, thank you so much for your $7 US. Thank you, Jessica. Make sure you do stick around up until the end where you're going to get your personalized reading. Just let me know, Jessica, do you wish a Lenormand or tarot draw? Which one do you wish? And Chandra, thank you so much for your $10 US, Chandra. Thank you. Make sure that you do stick around as well up until the end, where you're gonna get your personalized reading as well. Let me know if you do wish tarot draw or a Lenormand draw. So back to the reading for Virgo. Like I said, too many things that you have involved yourself into. These are, I don't know, you pick. Okay, so Jessica, do you wish to know about event or do you wish to know about tendencies? It is the way how I am going to phrase it. So Virgo, you have involved yourself in some kind of a game. You're not too brave. All right, so it's tarot then. So you have involved yourself in some kind of a game that you gotta follow to its core. With the 10 of Wands, that card pretty much shows that the next couple of weeks are going to be very, very busy with already established deeds. These are not a new things. In fact, having event. All right, so it's Lenormand then. Nancy, thank you so much for your $10 US. Support. Thank you, Nancy. You do want Lenormand? It doesn't work that way, Nancy. Lenormand shows you what they want to show you. You don't get to tell them, all right? So they can show you literally everything. So it doesn't work that way, Nancy. I can do a tarot love draw, but not a Lenormand one. Thank you, Nancy, again for your $11 US. So back to Virgo. You're already gonna have so much things to do that your resources are gonna be needed. And the thing about these things that you have already involved yourself into, all of them leads to an amazing reward by the end, and that's why you don't want to spread your resources into a new enterprises. That's at least according to what those cards are showing. Another thing which you are going to find rather difficult is that maintaining your professionalism, especially when it comes to your career. That is going to be something quite difficult for you to do for one or another reason. That is because your professionalism probably it will be required to its fullest, okay? And being yourself 100% all the time is going to be very, very difficult for you to maintain. But that doesn't mean that you won't be able to do it, okay? So what is that you should expect? Expanding energies of growth, guys. That is what you should expect, okay? One advice and one another advice from this reading, it is try to make peace, Okay, try to make peace with people that you are on the edge with, like, you know, you do have arguments, you do not get along together. Next couple of weeks are going to be, how can I put it into words, a positively for you and that person to find a common ground. So why is always happening? Why you should restrain yourself from taking on new opportunities and invest everything you got into the already ongoing endeavors? Well, that is because, guys, next couple of weeks are imperative for you to establish a certainty in your domain. Okay, to establish certainty in your love life and into your career. And for that reason, you should not distract nor deviate from what you already have settled on. Okay, that's what's important here. And the energies which are going to support you in the next couple of weeks here, which are shown by the Fool card, those energies are showing that everything that you are going to address, it's simply going to happen with ease. I mean, you are going to be spontaneous, you are going to be carefree, and above everything else, the past is not going to bother you. Okay, and if you do want to, you can make a clean break with the past. And as soon as you do establish a certainty and security of your current endeavors, a new beginning follows very, very soon after. That new beginning is going to be on your turf, or rather like decided on your turf, rather than being proposed by someone else. You are pale? What do you mean pale, Cinnamon Kiss? Like, because I don't know how I do look on camera, but anyone I know, they say that my skin, it's very white, whiter than usual. So you may consider my skin being pale. Yeah. So I don't know what do you mean pale. And my brother made me once on highlights and I liked it. It was really, really good. So if you wish, I can give you my brother business card. I don't have it, but I can ask him for it and give you the address of his beauty salon, and you can go there, have your highlights. Probably you end up being pleased with, you know, the service. And I don't know. Libra, yeah, here it is. All right, so the Tower card for Libra, it's the first one. Moving on next. Oh, my brother is married. Cinnamon Kiss, you have no power there. After that, we do have Justice. Moving on next, that is going to be the Three of Cups, followed by Judgment. And the final one, that is going to be the Ten of Swords. Uh, Justice and judgment. Not just only justice, justice. You do have judgment into it as well. Keeping attraction in the family, yeah. uh, mm. Thank you for giving a choice. Thank you for giving a choice. Uh, we are on Libra. We are on Libra. That's a dangerous thing, Cinnamon Kiss. You know, you know what happens? I usually make women cry. That's a trend of mine. Let's not talk about that now. That's why it's a dangerous thing to have. Right. So about Libra, it will be a it will be a it's not a shakedown, shakeover. Right. So that's how it stands, Libra. Next couple of weeks, you are going to, my God, how do I call it? They cry, yeah. But hey, it's not my fault. I in my defense, I want to say it's not my fault. Out of ecstasy. You always have an answer, don't you? Sometimes, yeah. Right, let's get back to Libra. So it's a very complicated reading for Libra. Don't. All right, guys. Listen to what I have to say to the end. All right. So next couple of weeks are gonna be quite rough for Libra. Many things that you Libra are hoping to happen most likely is not gonna happen. In fact, most things that you hope to develop and even plans gone. It's like no longer there. The Tower card kind of shows that the environment you are going to be in the next couple of weeks is going to be very refreshing in a very thorough and as well tumultuous way. So when the tower is taking place, that pretty much means that things you are building, things you are hoping for, things you are thinking that they are very solid. It turned out that they are quite fragile, and in fact they are fracturing at that point. Let me explain you what may happen. Now we do have this very unique circumstance here in this reading where you do have the Tower card in the first position, okay? And then you do have the Judgment into the 4th position. So you are a married person, okay? Let's say you are a married person, and you think that your family is your bastion, right? Your family is your fortress. It's your palace, and nothing can go wrong there. Nothing can take it away from you. Nothing can ruin your family. And then one morning you wake up in the next couple of weeks, and you do realize, I do not love that woman anymore. I do not love this man anymore. This shakedown that comes about, or shake up, or whatever you name it, this turmoil that comes about, it comes from you. It comes from a flash of an insight that is going to come to your understanding. Okay, that is going to come to you. Let's not address it to politics, okay? So yeah, there will be there will be a flash of an insight out there, Libra, that you will have an irrefutable understanding over a situation. It could be as well it's going to be like a wake-up call that is going to change about everything. Okay, it's going to change about everything. Now someone said crapola, what the fuck happened? No, it wasn't that I saw. No. Well, someone said, oh crap. Yeah. It's probably worth the crown. Oh my God. All right. So this isn't so you end up in a disadvantageous position. Okay. When the Tower card happens, it always ends up with a cleansing and nurturing effect of thy life at the end. Okay. It's just that you should take it as a transformation that is taking place. What I like to say about the Tower card, guys, it is that Tower card takes place when you build up this aspect of your life in such a way that there is no room to grow anymore, and something has to break it down. So for Libra, next couple of weeks, wait for a huge insight, guys, a wake-up call that is going to give you a direction and is going to ruin the direction or the foundation you already are sitting in, because the new direction requires a new foundation that you are going to start building here. Now, good thing though, it is that every single one around you that cares for you is going to see for the blessing that this turmoil happens for. Okay, and you are going to have the support of the people around you which do love you and which do care for you. Additionally to it, it seems that within the next couple of weeks, if you are expecting a feelings reciprocation, that reciprocation is going to come about your way, and that reciprocation could be the very reason of the insight. Now think it that way. You have a family and you love your wife, right? But in the same time, you have a thing for another girl. You don't know exactly what you feel, but one morning you wake up and you understand that you love that girl more than you love your life, and that girl reciprocates with your feelings. There you go, your marriage shattered. Okay, so that is something that we can have, and there you see that this transformation, you thought that you were never gonna love person more than your wife, but it turns out that you will, and you can, and that is what kind of like shakes down your foundations. That is what makes you build a new foundations. Okay, so it doesn't have to be something that ends up poorly for you. Doesn't have to be something that ends up poorly for anyone. In fact, it's just is going to be a transformation through which your current situations, let's put it that way, are going to be brought down to ashes, and then some of them are going to revive, or rather like resurrect themselves like a phoenix from these ashes. So what you may face as a setbacks, decisions, okay? You may face as a setback that because of your accountability, you may find yourself struggling against this transformation that is going to take place. The more you struggle, the more painful this transformation is going to be. Luckily for you, in the energies, Libra, you do have the Ten of Swords, which pretty much shows that you will have, or you will find, the strength within you to make the necessary steps and take the necessary choices. To make the necessary steps and to take the necessary choices that will force this, let's call it that way, new beginning in your life, okay? But just expect the unexpected in the next couple of weeks. If you think that you are never going to fall in love, well, I guess that's what's going to happen. If you think that you are never going to find a good job, well, I guess that's what's going to happen. If you think that you are never going to get fired, that may be something that could happen. So it will be the thing that you least expected, okay? One second, guys. Angela says it probably worth the cry. I don't know. I don't know, because it doesn't seem to be one thing, or one-time thing as well. Cry it out. What do you mean, Jessica? Yeah, that sucks. So for Scorpio, we do have Five of Pentacles, followed by Ten of Wands. Moving on next, that is going to be the Page of Swords. Finally, the fourth one, that is going to be the Four of Swords. The final one, we do have the Hierophant. I don't know, Cinnamon Kiss. It is just, according to this spread here, we have done enough already. So, according to these cards, we have done enough already. And seems that, I mean, externally, we have done enough already. When it comes to internally, we do have a lot of things to do yet. So, let me vibe. You? Cinnamon kiss, unlikely. Because I don't plan to go to England. But hey, I mean, there are Bulgarians in England, so if you get to know somebody, who knows? I mean, maybe. In any case, so with Scorpio, yes, guys, when it comes to exterior influence, we have done enough already. Now what the reading always, not always, but only, I'm sorry, refers to, it is that within the next couple of weeks, we have to look internally within us, because it seems that all of the problems we are facing, whether it comes to work or whether it comes to relationships, from within. Not something Scorpio likes to hear. She doesn't know where I live. And that sounded like a threat, like a threat. So, for Scorpio, it's gonna be a bit difficult transit. Okay, a bit difficult couple of weeks, because we, and I'm saying we because I am Scorpio as well, we have to admit and make peace with what is wrong with us. Because there is, at least according to these cards, guys, there is a lot that is wrong with us. Our behavior, the things we say, the way we act, and so on and so forth. If I gotta be honest with you guys, I know what is wrong with me. I am very cold person. So I gotta try to make my due here to be more, I don't know, emotionally invested in things in generally, with the job, with people around me, and so on and so forth. Or at least that is off the top of my head. But every single one of us has something that we gotta work on. And according to these cards, as far as you know, setting up the situation, we did enough for that, but we have to focus on what we can do to become better according to the situation is, whether into our career, whether into our love life. And so the worst thing that we can strive, or rather like a, yeah, is that's me, Jessica, that's me. No, Melanie. When I say cold, I mean cold. I almost do not emotionally attached to anything. So when I say I'm cold, I am cold person. And within the next couple of weeks, we as a Scorpio, we are gonna have something like a counselor, okay, a person that we can talk to. That person happens to be very that person happens to be very loyal companion with us. And through these conversations with this individual, we are going to identify what it is and what we can do about it. Okay. For people like me, for Scorpio like me, is going to be the emotions. You know, for others, is going to be the ego. For third, is going to be, I don't know, something else. But the lifestyle is the problem here. Okay. The lifestyle itself, the way we address stuff around us, the way we do our job, the way we talk with friends, the way we express our love, and so on. And so, if we express our love in general, I need a shrink? No, I don't. Oh my God. I don't get attached. No. I mean, listen, guys, I may like a girl, you know, I may like a girl. Um, And I make my intentions pretty clear right from the start, but if that girl says that she isn't interested, that's fine. I mean, I'm just moving on to the next one. I don't get attached to her. I'm not someone who is gonna chase. Fuck that. I don't chase. And it is not because of my pride or anything else, but because if it doesn't want to happen, it doesn't want to happen. One of my exes once told me, you know, good things happen, they want to happen, okay? Good things, they want to happen, because if you are pushing to make something good, at the end of the day, that good is gonna be a shit, because that's what you do when you are pushing. You shit yourself. So yeah, I don't, that doesn't mean that I cannot get myself emotionally attached. But if I am too emotionally attached to something, I need to see and know that first it will reciprocate, second it worth it. A shrink is a counselor. Yeah, I mean, no, you are right. Because if you don't have that loyal companion with you, the next best thing, according to these cards, it's a professional help. But bottom line here for Scorpio, it is that in the next couple of weeks, we will find a benevolent support, whether through a professional help, like Non suggested, or through a loyal companion, through which help we will understand why things are not working out in our love life, in our career, for example, or in our friendships, and so on and so forth. And by identifying the problem, we will have the means to resolve it as well. No, Jessica, no, that's not the case. What makes it worth it? Reciprocation, it's all that it takes. That's what makes it worth it. Yes, they are. Sex, it's sex, yeah. That's true, Cinnamon Kiss. And sometimes it is hard to find, believe it or not. I mean, you are a woman. For women, it isn't, but for man, it is. All right, guys, second break. And within 5 minutes, I'm going to pick one of your questions. So anyone who wishes a free reading, you can input your question into the comments down below. And in about 5 minutes, Pisces Moonbeam is going to pick one of these questions. I do, yeah. Well, listen, I'm not like that in nature. In fact, once upon a time, I was very emotional person. Basically, yeah, it is Cinnamon Kiss. It is that. So I was very emotional person. Very emotional. Literally, I was emotionally attaching to everything, every goddamn thing. Okay, and it wasn't a good thing. It's just that's the point where I understood that being emotionally attached, if it's not worth it, it's the biggest damage you can have, you know. So when this treasure of a gift was given to me by a very good friend of my mother, I was 14 years old, and I tried it there, and it worked. And then I thought to myself, well, if it works, you making yourself better, then it should work of making yourself not feel. And it worked. But the beauty of it is that you can make yourself feel as well. Okay, and so I have the luxury to decide what's gonna be. It can be, in most cases, it is toxic, Karen. It's the silver method. The silver, like silver, but without the R at the end. You can turn it off, yes. Cinnamon Kiss, you can turn it off. It is. Well, listen, take off that situation. Take off that you meet a guy, okay, and you go out on a date, and you start realizing that with this guy, things can work out in between you two. I mean, you like the guy physically, you have a nice conversations together, you share some, you know, some visions as well. So you do have things in common, and you identify that things can work in between you too, right? But then that guy says, you know what, I want you just as a friend. What do you do? Okay, because if you don't have that training, you're gonna start falling for the guy no matter what, right? So that means you cannot be friends, but you cannot be together either. But you already met the guy, and so you are emotionally attached one way or the other. And if you cannot turn it off, then you will suffer. What's the point? I'd like to ask. That's why I do not get emotionally attached, or I turn it off until, in my case, woman, not a guy, but a woman from the other side says or shows, all right, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. And then I turn it on again. No, it isn't designed for health. Is it? All right, Pisces Moonbeam, who's going to be? If John is going to get a job, all right. We learn to heal. Yeah, but that's the thing, Dorothy, all right? The thing it is that in our lives, you lose money, you can make money, all right? You lose happiness, you can make yourself happy, right? You lose investments, you make investments. You lose your job, you can make your job, or rather, like, you can find another job. You lose time healing emotionally, you cannot make that time back, right? Time is the only thing you cannot make back. So what's the point wasting time or losing time in something that you are not even, you don't have even a, how can I put it into words? You are not even guilty of. That was not your choice, right? Why you should suffer and heal from something that was not your choice, lose time, okay, and end up where you began from. It's such a waste. It's such a waste of life, potential, efforts, if you will. So that there is no, I don't see a reason. And that is something I'm trying to explain to every single person. And it's baffling, it's stunning how nobody understands me. It's just nobody understands me. Ginger, thank you so much for your $5.55 US. Thank you, Ginger. Let me put you in the list. You want Lenormand? Lenormand is going to be. Well, then Jessica, if you are falling for somebody, how can you be with someone else? Because if I am with a woman, I give everything to I give everything I am and I have to that woman. Okay? So how, or rather, like, if I do love a woman, should I love a woman? Everything is to her, all right? So how can you be with someone if you are falling for someone else? All right, Karen, those are the cards for John. And yes, he is going to find a job, or he is going to start a job. It's just, it's important that his attitude is that he has to take what he can get, at least at the start, all right? So he shouldn't be picky. He shouldn't be picky about the job he is to get. And he should get a job by, well, the time frame is quite large, though. It is by the end of April next year, so it all depends on that, how willing he is gonna be to take a job. The bottom line of these cards, it is that he's not lacking an opportunity, he's just being picky about the job he wants to start. Please, according to these cards. But other than that, he can find a job, all right, and he will. It's just, question is how fast, and it is all in his hands. He gotta start from somewhere, all right, but if he does, it seems that he's gonna grow through the ranks, or he is going to, yeah, he's gonna grow through the ranks. You get yourself bored quickly? What do you mean? I mean, that's another philosophy of mine, guys. When you decide to spend your life with someone, all right, don't you want your life to be peaceful? Don't you do you not want your life to be settled, to be I don't even want to know, I don't even want to say foreseeable, but more like a something you can count on. So that pretty much implies that the life that you are going to spend with other person is going to be predictable. There is nothing to be excited about that life. And that's the thing. The entire passion and excitement, they are a fire sign, all right? They are a fire element. While emotions, love, this is a water element. They don't go together very well. In fact, they are enemies to one another. So if you love someone and you have excitement about that person, that's a problem, a big one, okay? Or yeah, it's, if you do have both things about somebody, that's a really, really big problem. So yeah, what my point was, Chandra, it is that long-term relationships, they are boring, they are not exciting, okay? It's just how they are. So, well, yeah, you lose interest. Well, that means that there is no love there, okay? Because if you lose interest and you still want to be with this person, that means that you do love them. Because the interest, again, it comes with the fire of tarot, or at least in tarot. And when you lose that interest and you're still there, it means that only water stays there, okay? And it's the emotions. Jessica, thank you so much for your 550 Canadian. Thank you, Jessica. And yeah, over investing, as Cinnamon Kiss says, over investing is investing into something. It's, oh my God, that's so painful afterwards. Because whether we like it or not, love always ends in tragedy, no matter what. Whether one breaks with the other or whether death do you apart, it's a tragedy. Water and earth, that's the best you can have. That means that while you do love the person, you do trust them, you find them reliable, okay, and you can build foundations, you can build stability, okay. So that is basically the formula for living happily ever after. I want my life to be peaceful too. I don't need exciting relationship. What do you mean flaming? Well, yeah, Chandra, that's the thing. It doesn't take much, is it? No, no, Karen, I am talking purely from the perspective of tarot. It's not based on anything. No, Dorothy, no. What makes the tragedy out there is the missing part, okay? What I mean is that when you love somebody, even if you don't feel passionate about that person, okay, but you love that person and that person is no more there, it creates a hole in you. It's like a part of you, it's ripped off, okay? That is where the tragedy lies. And when somebody tells me, well, it doesn't necessarily has to be, you should have seen my grandma when my grandfather died, and then tell me it was not a tragedy. Maybe so. Maybe so, Dory. All right, Sagittarius. First one for Sagittarius, we do have the Eight of Cups. says the person who says that sex is easy to find. Second one that we have, that it is the Two of Cups. Yeah, it does, Anna, it does. Moving on, next we do have the Strength. Followed by the Sun. And the final one we have, that is going to be the Four of Swords. So these 5 cards. Talking about attachment. And now that you said it, no, I have a headache as well, but I don't have any water. All right, so I'm gonna have a pill later on when I go out and buy water. All right, so love we were talking about, or rather like attachment, and it seems that for Sagittarius, in their new moon in Gemini, Sagittarius will have to move on for what we see here in this spread. That can be seen from these 2 cards, guys. Okay, the Two of Cups on the second and the Eight of Cups on the first position. Well, like I said, it's easy because you are a woman. So I don't know how to explain the situation, but you know, when you are emotionally attached to somebody, whether it is your child or whether it is a person, even it could be a situation, you may end up, you know, loving to do something. Like, for example, with me, loving to play video games. Regardless, into the upcoming couple of weeks, we will have to make peace with that enterprise or with that person, okay, and just move on. And when I say move on, I do not mean walk away. These are 2 very different things, okay? Moving on means moving on to the next thing. So let me give you an example. Say you love your husband very, very much, but you do have a very strong argument with this person. Because, for example, they want to do something you completely disagree and disprove, and because you love them, you don't want to see them suffer and make mistake. That's why you are trying to, you know, to turn their mind around about it. Well, according to these cards, you should stop doing it, okay? It is because you can't, and that way you are not just only suffering yourself, but also you are inflicting damage on this relationship. So that is one example how the situation stands for Sagittarius here. So what you should do instead, well, according to these cards, you should turn your sight or your look toward enterprises which does depend on you, okay, to enterprises that does not rely on other people, and bury yourself under them or with them, so to speak. And additionally to that, you should not mess around with other people's business, nor allow other people to mess around with your business. And do you know what this is going to make? It's going to make peace, okay? Everybody is going to be peaceful to everybody else, which is around you. And thus, you are going to end up being the peacemaker out there, okay? You're going to be that part of the environment, of the situation in your career or in your family or in your love life that makes everybody happy, okay? And so the lesson that you need to learn, Sagittarius, into the upcoming couple of weeks it is that sometimes, guys, it is not up to you to decide what should happen and what should not. Things do have their predisposed natural development, and sometimes we just cannot do a dime about it. We gotta let it unfold, and that's one of these times. Okay, next couple of weeks. Yeah, they have an attraction to me. I think that they do have an emotional attachment to me. In any case, for Sagittarius, it's important to understand that what wants to happen is gonna happen, and you should let it do so. So the energies which are going to support you now, those energies, guys, are gonna allow you to be unscathed. I believe it is the word. What I mean is that within the next couple of weeks, it's highly unlikely that you are gonna face severe issues, problems, setbacks, plights as well, but only for the next couple of weeks. So if you do have something of deep concern of yours, make sure you do use that time to manifest a solid strategy about it. Okay, so that was for Sagittarius. Oh. Anna, thank you so much for your $20 support. Do you wish tarot draw or you wish Lenormand draw, Anna? Thank you. Which draw do you want? Tarot. All right. Capricorn. The star. With the King of Cups. With the 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups, I'm sorry. That's the 7 of Cups. The Page of Swords. With the Magician. Pisces Moonbeam, don't freak out. It's a dream come true. It is a dream come true. So what do we have? Okay. What do we have? Well, we do have the Star card first and the 7 of Cups third. And these two setting themselves that way, they say only one thing: what you thought impossible, it's gonna become possible. What made you cry is gonna make you laugh. What made you miserable is gonna make you happy. That's how it stands. Now this King of Cups in the second. I don't know what to make of it. I know. I know. Yeah. No, no, good question. Why cannot be Capricorn? God. That King of Cups. I don't know what to make of it. Dory, that's such a funny thing. That is something Pisces moon being proposed couple of days ago. So through the lesson that you will learn, though, this this dream coming true, it's coming true in an unexpected way or from an unexpected place. I lean more toward the former rather than to the latter. You eat men? Oh my God. Now I have to be afraid. Right, so yeah, it's through the Page of Swords. That is the lesson that you need to learn. You are gonna learn that it doesn't. It can go. It can happen from a different, in a different way or from a different place. Former to latter. Well, I said that this dream coming true is either gonna happen through different means than you are expecting, or is gonna come from a different place than you are expecting. I lean more toward the former, meaning different means, than the latter, meaning different place. Okay, so it's most likely going to manifest through a different means than you are expecting, rather than from a different place than you are expecting. Which makes me think then that King of Cups, it's the place you are expecting. I don't know what to make of this King of Cups. Yeah, it does. All right, so King of Cups, it could be first and foremost not showing emotions that you have, okay? You're just trying to play out different emotions than you actually have. It could also mean that you may be proposing your services, mainly career-wise, in the wrong place. It also could mean that you are denying what you don't have to deny. It could mean so many things, but these are the three primary things that it could mean. That you are denying, for example, an opportunity that you totally don't have to. That you don't need to, or rather like it makes no sense that you're doing it so, but you're doing it so in any way. But in any case, guys, as the energies brings you the magician here, these energy tells you that in the next couple of weeks you are gonna present yourself exactly for who you are, and based on that, this dream is going to come through to all of you. And cinnamon kiss to you. You are teasing, but one day your teases may come true, and I wonder what you are gonna do then. Yeah. You're welcome, spiritual warrior. All right, Aquarius. First one, Queen of Swords, followed by Temperance. Moving on next, we do have the Eight of Swords. Afterwards, the Four of Swords. And the final one that is going to be the Ace of Wands. So, pretty short for Aquarius. In the next couple of weeks for Aquarius, it's that you guys can, you are going to be a manifestors, okay? We are going to be manifestors because I am rising Aquarius as well. What I'm trying to say, it is that whatever ideas or goals or whatever we wish that we bestowed, that we bestow on ourselves, like, you know, we wake up one morning and we decide to do something. Bottom line is that we will be able to push the things through, okay? It's just we will be able to make it happen wherever or whatever rather that idea or goal is. And through such a tenacious drive that we are going to have, a few things are going to take place here. First one, it is that we will realize that we are underselling ourselves. We are going for way less than we do deserve. In career, in love as well, everything that we are trying to establish. So definitely we should go for more. In fact, based on these cards, we are giving such an easy time on life itself. Okay, we are giving such an easy time to the people that are working for us, to our friends, to our families, to our love interests as well, while we should be more demanding. That is according to these cards. And we can require and go for way more than we have right now as an Aquarius. So what do we need to learn here? Well, I love the lesson. And the lesson stands as, if you do not ask, the answer always is no. So you want something, ask for it. If you are denied first time, be persistent, explain yourself why you want it. You just play with words. That is very, very important. And by doing so, eventually what you want is going to be given to you. Now, are you going to abuse that, I would say, power? Are you going to abuse it? That depends entirely on you, okay? But as far as these cards are concerned, as far as these cards are concerned, Aquarius, you have, or we do have, all the necessary prerequisites to start something new, whether new job, new relationship, reviving a relationship, reviving a friendship, whatever floats our boat. Should we tenacious enough, ruthless, that is very important word here, ruthless enough, we can do it. The question is, do you want to pressure that much? Because in some cases, if you do want something from somebody, it's what it's gonna take is to put their back against the wall. Can you do that, for example, to your love interest? If your love interest tells you, no, I don't want to be with you, well, in the next couple of weeks, you can make him be with you. But can you do that to them, right? By putting their back against the wall? That's entirely up to you, Aquarius. Just so you know, if you badly want something, you can get it in the next couple of weeks. Oh, you mean that I'm gonna chase you for your phone number? I guess you missed the part of me explaining about myself that I don't chase. If you want to give it, give it. If you don't, you don't. Yeah, it is hard because you aren't. Hey, that you are now bringing up the matter, just like Pisces moon being brought the matter once. She asked for a reading, okay? And the question was something like what I gotta do in order something to happen. And I told her, and she said, well, I'm never gonna do that. Listen, tarot doesn't concern what you want to do or what you don't want to do. They show you, if you want the thing to happen, you gotta do it that way. If you don't want to do it, things are not gonna happen. This is entirely up to you to decide, all right? Bottom line is that tarot doesn't concern how easy it's gonna be on me, on you, or whomever. Only thing that they are concerned with is, can it take place, how it's gonna take place, or what it takes to take place. You are now in trouble, Cinnamon Kiss. You are now in trouble. Pisces moon being brought that to the table. Just to warn you here, she is indomitable obstacle. I mean, there is no getting through to her. Yeah, you did. No way. Well, like I told you then, I'm telling now, tarot doesn't concern with us or with what we are capable of, or is that is it within our moral standards, you know? And the only thing that concerns us with is that it can happen. All right, Pisces, first one, Four of Wands, followed by Three of Swords. Moving on, next we do have Temperance. Afterwards, that is going to be the Nine of Wands. And the final one, that is going to be Seven of Pentacles. uh, yeah. All right, so for Pisces, well, Sandy, that is because she doesn't know Pisces Moonbeam yet. So for a Pisces, next within the next couple of weeks, Pisces, you are going to fulfill or complete very important details when it comes to your life, when it comes to your job, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your relationships as well. And based on this fulfillment of an important details, you are about to see that situation is not as scary as you may think it is. Now, it's important not to enter in what I like to call magic circles. What I mean is that, let me give you that example. Say you end up start dating a guy, okay, but this guy starts to resemble an ex which you end up with in a rather tragic terms, okay, it was a heartbreak. Well, don't judge the content by its cover. Just because your new love interest resembles you to the old one, it doesn't mean that it's gonna end up just like the old one. So that is something that you should refrain yourself of doing. And basically what those cards here are showing it is that you gotta give a chance to literally everything. Not everybody, but also everything. And we can see that within the Temperance card sitting into the third position. Now, when I say giving a chance, that means do it reasonably, okay? Do not, how can I put it into words? Do not throw all you got into the situations, but just give them a chance, test them out, see how they play out, and by the end of these couple of weeks, then decide how much you want to throw into them, or if you do want to throw into them at all. That is because of the energies, guys. Seven of Pentacles. Basically, within the next couple of weeks, you are going to grow to have a very good understanding into, you know, what can give you, what can reciprocally give you as much as you are investing into. And this is going to be a predisposition for you to, for example, end up in a balanced relationship, giving and taking. Okay, so as much as you give, this is as much as you're gonna get. Okay, balanced jobs, balanced partnerships, balanced enterprises, and so on and so forth. And also, what you are to learn in the next couple of weeks, it is that 90% of how we end up, it is how we make it for ourselves. So make sure that you do make it well, right? You make sure that you do not allow yourself to drift, but rather, how can I put it into words, set up your situations. That is very, very important. But it seems that once again, in the next couple of weeks, very important cycles of development are going to be manifested for you, okay, by attending to the important details out there of your love life and of your career, and give it a go, all right? Give it a try. See if it's going to work out, because those that are going to have a value for you, they are going to work out, and you are going to freaking like it. Sherry, thank you so much for your 10 US dollars. Thank you, Sherry. See, this is what I said when I said people do not understand me. I said that I'm not emotionally available by default, okay? But I can be if I see that it's worth it. So, yeah. You may be surprised, Cinnamon Kiss, but no one asked me for my number. All right, so last break, guys. One of you is gonna get a free reading, and afterwards the super chat readings are gonna take place. Sherry, what kind of a reading you have for your super? What kind of a reading you want for your super chat? Do you want tarot draw or you do wish Lenormand draw? Good night, Angela. Naked people back, yeah. All right, tarot it is then, Sherry. All right, last break, guys. One of you is going to get a free reading, and in order to do so, just input your question into the comments down below, and in about 5 minutes, Pisces Moonbeam is going to pick one of these questions. I love you all, guys, as well, but not the way that most time love is, taken. I love you as friends. I got a better idea. Why the phone number? Phone number is considered personal information, and once you give your phone number away, there is no going back from it. So if I would ask a girl about a way to kind of connect with her, I would ask about Facebook account, Skype, something like that. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't give phone numbers. Yeah, I hate hearing that as well. You are right, Cinnamon Kiss. You are right. When a girl tells me I like you, I like you or I love you, but as a brother, there isn't a sharper knife that someone can kind of like push through your heart, is it? Yeah, I check the emails myself. You are right, Cinnamon Kiss. All right. Ginger it is then, since it is the only question submitted. All right, so I guess it's gonna be chill then. I didn't saw the first one. I guess I'm gonna answer 2 questions then. All right, Ginger first, then Leah. Ginger, these are the cards. It's gonna be a lucrative endeavor if you do monitor it under a microscope. All right, you cannot just leave your pictures there or paintings there and hope that, you know, they're gonna how can I put it into words, they're gonna be managed by someone else, because that you are gonna start bleeding money. I could say that if you do not monitor the whole process, I think that they are gonna sell, they are gonna overprice them on their own accord. Okay, and they're gonna give you less money than your paintings actually made. So you are putting words in my mouth, Cinnamon Kiss. This isn't a good start. It's not a good, you're not starting well. Right, so that was for you, Ginger. Let's see, Leah now. What can I tell you about that person? I hate it. Yeah. I don't Cinnamon Kiss. Don't worry about it. Well, Leah, we do have a problem with this one. Those are the cards for the person. So what can I tell you about this individual? Well, this individual, they have first and foremost, they don't know what they want, okay? And it seems that every time they are betting on the wrong horse, okay? Every time they are missing up with the important things, not just only in life, but when it comes to opportunities and direction in life, in general. These are type of people that are willing to burn out their happiness in favor of how they look like in front of the others. For them, it's more important to cry in a mansion, for example, than to be happy on the street. For them, it's more important to look good rather than to look happy. I don't know how to put it into words. So if you are asking with love incentive here, what I can tell you about this person is that if you do want things to work out in between you two, you gotta invest a lot, okay? I mean, you gotta be the man in the whole thing. And they are only going to be willing to commit if you are, so to speak, subjugated. What I mean is that they will only commit if they are 100% certain that you are never gonna leave them behind. Okay, so can you give so much assurances to somebody? Funny thing, Cinnamon Kiss. Me neither. I mean, I do call with my mom, you know, but other than that, very seldom. Yeah, very seldom I use it for phone calls. So Leah, yeah, I mean, can you give so much warranties or assurances to that person that you're basically, you gotta be dragged on your knees to their feet so they can see, so they even consider to give it a go. That is if, by the look of these cards, it doesn't look like that they are gonna ever appreciate you for who you are or for what you are. Okay, so it's far from twin flame and soulmates. Okay, it's far from that by the look of these cards. And that's why I said that, you know, these days asking for Facebook, Skype, and so on, it's more appropriate than asking for the phone number. All right. Going now for the super chat, just a couple of minutes, guys. Hey, Sean. Truth be told, I don't know. These are terms that are said by us, and to me, they don't mean much. I believe it was good, Sean. I believe it was really good for Sagittarius. The best one was, I believe, Capricorn. That's a clever strategy, Cinnamon Kiss. That's a really, really clever strategy. But the thing about WhatsApp, it is that WhatsApp requires your phone number to make a connection, just as Viber does as well. So that's why I do prefer Skype or Facebook Messenger, because they don't. Oh, it improved a lot. In fact, it's my preferred choice these days. Yeah, if you don't ask, it's always gonna be no. All right. So the Lenormand draws are gonna be after the tarot draws. All right. So if you don't kind of like see yourself with the tarot draw, don't worry. I have you covered after I'm done with the tarot readings. So Karen, your lunar cycle. We have the Ace of Wands, and that's a trend with you, really. You do have these fiery cards coming up all the time. Well, that's a conflict of interests, right? That is a conflict of interests. So with the Ace of Wands, Karen, this is an indication that the next couple of weeks for you, that lunar cycle, is going to be quite active, and you are going to participate into quite a few interesting new things for you, okay, that you will find amusing, and you will find, like I said, you are going to find very interesting. So the very least in the next couple of weeks, Karen, you are not going to be bored. But if the card truly manifests, that means that you are going to stumble upon quite of a gaining for enterprise for yourself. Pisces Moonbeam. This is the Ten of Wands. To your question. Long road ahead, Pisces Moonbeam, to your question. Long road ahead. So no, it isn't. For Miguel, it's the Hermit. And for Miguel, next couple of weeks are going to be quite decisive, or deciding, if I may put it that way. That is because Miguel, whomever asked for Miguel, is going to kind of like address a lot of his situations, especially troublesome situations that he's finding himself into, with a lot of intelligence and wisdom. What do you mean, seriously? Yeah, I'm dead serious. So, with a lot of again, with a lot of wisdom and intelligence, and well, that's why it's a long road ahead, Pisces Moonbeam. So, it's likely that Miguel is gonna find a way out, whether in a love situation or in a business situation. He's gonna find a way out in the next couple of weeks, and he's gonna stick with that way. Long story short, for Miguel, he is gonna find himself, and he's gonna find a light at the end of the tunnel, and he's gonna follow it. So I hope that that helps. He's gonna get his life straight. Janio, your upcoming couple of weeks. Oh my god. Those couple of cards. So Janio, do you have a plan? Do you have an agenda to accomplish something? Can you tell me that? Because the next couple of weeks for you are very strong weeks. It seems that next couple of weeks, Janio, you will manifest ambitions into a very, I don't know, Dory. I don't know what Chinese zodiac I am. I have no idea now, no clue, the slightest. But Janio, you next couple of weeks you are going to manifest ambitions, okay, or ambitious goals that you do have. You will be able to transform into a tangible results. Now, it doesn't look like that you will manifest the entire ambition yet, but the very least a important stages of these ambitions are going to be manifested, and that's a trend for you, Janio. I mean, next because almost every time you have a super chat, and almost every time for you it's that really explosive kind of like a transit, and it's a transit where you will have to do much about, in a sense of that you gotta be active, you gotta be initiative, and you gotta stick with what you believe as well. Another thing about the transit, it is that you will address the important details out there, okay, about your love life, about your career life, business life as well. And on top of that, as you being busy, you know, pushing through life, or it's not even pushing through life, it's more like a breaking through life, you're also gonna find time to have a good time. So it will be very busy, but in the same time very energetic, interesting and passionate couple of weeks moving forward, where you are going to be able to get a lot of things done, okay, and these are going to be a substantial, important things done. Cinnamon Kiss, how do you deal with the person in the school of your daughter? That was two, Cinnamon Kiss. Well, there is no milder way of doing it. With these cards, you gotta storm the situation, if you know what I mean. You gotta go there, slam with your fist on the table and just, I believe the word is vindictive. Just be vindictive. You do have your righteousness, right? I mean, you do know that you are right, and you gotta stick with that. You gotta show strong backbone. You gotta show that you are not gonna waver from your standpoint, from your, you know, opinion, and that you are ready to do whatever it takes and to get to all the ends possible, or rather like to go to the very end, to extreme lengths, to enforce, you know, what you believe it's right. So yeah, it's a conflict. That is the only way. You just gotta show her who is the boss. So I hope you do it. Good night, Pisces Moonbeam. I'm a tiger? Am I? Oh my god. All right, Mattia. We do have the King of Swords with well, you gotta give her drama. Okay, you gotta give her drama, but in a way that crushes her. Okay, you gotta be warmongery. You gotta be how can I put you basically go there. She wants a war. You give her war. That is how you do. That is how you do handle the situation, at least according to these cards. Well, I am born 1985, 13th of November. Matthias, so those are these cards for you. Next couple of weeks are going to be important for you, Mattia, because within the next couple of weeks, there are going to be strategies developed and formed, primarily manifesting within the business. That, yeah, ruthless. Yeah. Ruthless and also cruel. Okay, not just only ruthless, but as well cruel. So back to Mattia. Primarily touching on your business here is what we have. Next couple of weeks, it's they're gonna be a weeks of a I would say big deliberations and strategy forming. That's the point. Say you do have certain issues and troubles in your business, okay, some problems there. Well, next couple of weeks, those problems are to be analyzed from you and the people that you're working with, or some professional help, and way out of these difficulties is going to be established. Okay, and also these cards may be touching on enthusiastic enterprise of yours, which speaks that next couple of weeks you will be able to transform that enthusiastic enterprise of yours into a very effective strategy, measures, actions that you are yet to incorporate into them. So that's why it's important, because whatever concerns you have in the next couple of weeks, Mattia, you will find a resolution to them, and the only thing that will be left to be done is to execute those resolutions. Well, I feel you, Cinnamon Kiss. That's why you gotta show her that what she does bears consequences. Okay, you gotta show her that you can bring consequences and you can enforce consequences on her. Better than Tiger? Then what it is? All right, Chandra, your card is the Lovers. Chandra? With the Emperor. These two cards. So, so next couple of weeks for you, Chandra, are gonna be very harmonious weeks. It's literally, those are weeks where you do regain and exert as well control in every field of your life, romantic or a business field. And you will present yourself in front of others being very, very reliable. Okay. And so through that consistency and through that, we'll take it that way, that you are going to control your life with an iron hand, with an iron fist, allowing nothing to be a trouble or a problem of you. And that will create the harmony into your life, and you get to navigate it the way you want. So what can come out of that? Well, what is going to come out of it? It is that it will bring you all of the right choices for you to make. Okay, so literally you cannot get anything wrong there, and on top of that is gonna allow you to resolve a lot of predicaments that you are facing, should you be facing such. So every predicament you may have right now is gonna start untangling and resolving itself on its own freaking accord, and that will allow you to also have a little bit more time for yourself as well. Now, if we count the lovers as a love situation here, flirting and so on and so forth, yeah, but it's not going to be about love, but it's going to be about how much you can contribute for each other's life. This is how you should look at it. This is the way you should look at it than anything else. So Chandra, it seems that this is going to be quite of a productive transit for you, and if you have a situations which are slipping, I'm sorry, out of hand, well, guess what? It seems that you will regain control over those situations. One more time, you're going to show them who is the boss. The boss. See ya, Mattia. Thank you for sticking around. Liz, you did make the super chat, didn't you? I think you did. Hello, mind your own. Yes, you did, because I remember that, but I forgot to put you in the list. What do you want, Tarot draw or Lenormand draw? Anna, your card is 7 of Wands with the 6 of Pentacles. Then it is the 5 of Cups. So those 3 cards. So Anna, within the next couple of weeks, people are gonna show up their true faces. You want tarot, all right. People are gonna show up their true faces to you, and you will see who is who. By the way, within the next couple of weeks, you are going to be unpleasantly surprised. Okay. That there are some which are talking behind your back. It could be in your work or into the classes that you are taking, okay? But nonetheless, you will just gonna see that, you know, not everybody wishes you the wellness that they are pretending that they are doing. Now that is on the negative side. Now on the more positive side, on the next couple of weeks, you will be like, for lack of a better word, I'm gonna say predator. What I mean is that you will have that astute sense to identify the right moment at the right time. So you will be very opportunistic when it comes to situations, whether in love life or whether in business. And at least to me, it seems that according to the cards, at least, it seems to me that you are going to make the most out of everything you can work with when it comes to the next couple of weeks. Even so much that at some point you will be able to surpass, to get ahead of what it had been established at the first place for you to be given. And that way it seems that next couple of weeks, Anna, you will have that readiness to jump into action. And by the way, when it comes to these people which are talking behind your back, which kind of like seems that they are undermining your work, it doesn't look like that they will be able to do so. What is important for you to do is that as soon as you do see, or as soon as you do hear a gossip or a rumor that addresses you, you gotta challenge it immediately. Okay, you gotta challenge it immediately. Next couple of weeks, Anna, are weeks where you have to defend your own. Okay, and once you do so, then you will have an option to expand on it through, like I said, your sense of knowing when to act, how to act, where to act as well. The big bad wolf? I can't. So Anna, if you are looking for tangible results, you should, will you win? Yes, you will. But that is the thing, you gotta challenge your situation immediately, okay? Because that is something very common with the Seven of Wands there. That's, you know, you hear something addressing you that undermines your position, undermines your job, and you brush it off, swipe it under the rug, thinking that, you know, it's gonna pass with time. Every wonder for 3 days, it is what we call in our country. It is like people are gonna forget about it. Well, the thing is that it's gonna escalate very, very quickly. And when one lie got repeated 1,000 times, it grows stronger than the truth. So it's very important that you do challenge the lies right away. And thank you so much for your $7 US. Thank you. And make sure that you do stick around a little bit longer where you're gonna get your tarot draw. All right, so next one is gonna be Lizar. Wheel of Fortune is yours. Okay. Which is accompanied with the Four of Wands, Liz. And next couple of weeks for you, Liz, are gonna be very dynamic. And I don't want to say demanding, but it is just very important stuff are gonna start happening to you. Important in a way that through these circumstances, let's call it that way, you will be able to get a lot of things done. Now, those cards are very common when it comes to these cards are very common when the circumstances presents you with a way through or a way out. Okay, like being stuck, and suddenly you do get your chance to get to hop over the wall that stucks you, and it's the chance that makes difference. Okay, so take it that way. The next couple of weeks the events are gonna make difference in situations that otherwise you do not see how anything can make difference. Less tangible how you can expect. Should you be working next couple of weeks, you can expect your work to go in a crazy motion. It is just, it's going to be one thing after another, and through that motion you do get a chance to prove yourself that you do deserve more, that you are ready to go for more. Love life, for example, if you are single, it seems that there is going to be bigger interest towards you than usual, and it's important that you do take your chances. One of these chances is going to be the right one. You will know it when you see it. But the thing is that with these cards, all of the right events, so I'm going to put it that way. All of the right events you need to push forward with your life are going to happen within the next couple of weeks. Do not miss them. Next one, Sherry. Your card is the Seven of Cups with the Page of Cups. Sherry, are you in love? You're welcome, Liz. Sherry, you there? Are you in love? So what now? I'm big? Is that what it is established? You are in love, yeah. Okay. For the next couple of weeks, Sherry, that love is gonna start changing you. And it may look impossible now, or if the love looks impossible now, it's not gonna be that impossible in the next couple of weeks. Bottom line, those cards is that next couple of weeks are gonna form a change that is gonna start looming on the horizon. That is gonna make the impossible possible. Okay. And I asked you, are you in love? Because that change revolves around a very strong emotional connection of yours. So you are emotionally invested in the thing that it is changing, and it is changing in a good way. Now, this change is going to make you change as well your positions. And if now you are stuck into the details of it, very soon you are going to be more attentive to the overview rather, which will allow you to face that change. And that change could be very well, like I said, that if now that love is impossible, to become possible. Okay. But also it could be change where you end up pregnant and all these kinds. It's going to be a positive, emotionally developing and beautiful change. All right, and about this event, hell no, you do not skip that event. In this event, I don't know what the event is all about, but all the recognition and rewards that you are expecting, the milestones to accomplish through that event that you are expecting, all there. Okay, they are all there. So according to these cards, the event is good. It's going to produce very, very good results. Okay. Just the event is going to give a very good results. So I wouldn't skip it, but again, it is your choice. If you want to, skip them. All right, now to the Lenormand draw. I'm an ox. Okay. All right, Tracy. Your events, your event. Those three cards, Tracy. And you will have to face some small troubles at home, okay? Just they are gonna be small, and you will have to face them. Now, these troubles, they are gonna, how can I put it into words? Yeah, these are a small problems at home. If I have to speculate on it, these are gonna be kind of like activities or enterprises that's you think at the first time, or rather like at the first place, they're going to be a great thing, but they are going to turn out to be more of a trouble than a positivity out there that concerns your house. Okay, so for example, if you are thinking of renovating your house, okay, or changing your house, or something that it is related with your home, it will be more troublesome than you are expecting. All right, Jessica, let's see what kind of event it awaits you. Good night, Liz. Jessica, do you have a long distance relationship? Those are cards. No. Well, these are going to be small things. Tracy, it's not going to be something, you know, woo. Jessica, are you there? Okay. So what this hello, Jesse. Welcome to the stream. So what these cards, Jessica, are showing it is that you are gonna fight with someone from abroad, or rather like from a different place where you are, and it will concern your feelings. Okay, it will concern your love, so to speak. And the fights will revolve around the distance. Okay, so maybe you're gonna have the fights. Should you hop over or not, or should they come to you or not, and so on and so forth. Or the fight could be as well, you know, what's one feels for the other, and so on and so forth. They're gonna be, that's why I'm asking you, do you have a long distance relationship, or are you in love with someone that it is that it is away from you. So be prepared for that, Jessica. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, be prepared to have a fight about it. This isn't going to be because the love is not there, okay? It's gonna be how things are gonna work out. The fight comes before the love, after the love, so it's more like, you know, you're gonna fight about the distance. That's very common with these kind of relationships. You know, okay, we love each other, then we have to kind of like get up together, right? And who is gonna leave everything aside and is gonna go to the other one, right? That's gonna be an issue, just so you know. All right, so next one, that is gonna be Nancy. Let's see what event awaits you. Yeah, I am talking about you. It's a biz. Well, what is biz? Oh, business. Thank you, Jesse. Well, Jessica, do you listen? You may not love them, but that doesn't mean that they do not do that. Okay? So, yeah, another fan of my hair. You jealous? In company far away. Well, I don't know. It has a feelings of love involved in it, or it could be that you will find your love there. Good night, Ginger. All right, Nancy. Those are the cards for you. Okay. And you, Nancy, you also are going to have fights, unfortunately. Whip and the broom, these are arguments, fights, okay? Primarily taking place into thy family. So, good night, Dory. So, yeah, you gotta prepare yourself for that. And it's gonna be about something you just found out, okay? So, we do have the key that unlocks something. So, the fights are gonna be abruptly unlocked, all right? And it's going to refer to it's going to refer to stability. We do have the anchor. That is the anchor. It is what you are sitting on. So if I have to guess, that is going to be about inheritance. That is going to be about something that belongs to you that someone else's wants. All right, and you gotta basically you're gonna have an argument with that person. So you should prepare yourself for that. Okay? Business of love. Yeah. Well, Jessica, then yeah, it doesn't look like that you're gonna be on the same page for everything, as I remember the cards. Yeah, Ginger, you are now. Now it's your turn. Oh, don't bring the smile again, guys. Don't bring the smile again. All right, Karen, hold on for a second. Let me finish with Ginger. Ginger, it is what you want to hear, girl, and that is a news from a man is gonna find its way to you. Okay, so a message, a news that you are expecting is gonna find its way to you. It's what you are expecting to hear, eh? It's what you are waiting for. Well, you have it. All right, so Karen, you have been just asked to move in with someone. So it didn't take even 5 minutes for the Lenormand reading to manifest, is it? Good night, Cinnamon Kiss. Yeah. Oh, hello, Shelly. Yeah, naked people here. All right, Karen, these are the cards. How it's gonna end up? It's uncertain, Karen. So this doesn't concern much about you moving in, but the terms that you are gonna move in with. Okay, so bottom line, how it ends up with, how this the whole thing ends up, it is you maintaining your independence and your sovereignty one way or the other. The problem right now that we can see in these cards, and that is with the Six of Pentacles into the second position, is that the terms, they does not favor you. Okay, they just doesn't favor you. I don't know what this person that John requires from you, or it is expecting from you to be as if you move in with him, but it doesn't look like that is going to be something you will kind of like be submissive about. And yeah, so what those cards are speaking about, it is that it is a good thing for you to move in, but only on the right terms, okay, which you can negotiate. Can you move in with him and be happy? Definitely, but not the way as the situation stands right now. So talk about it with him, you know, display your terms, tell him how you see all that. Yeah, tell him how you see that the whole thing is going to work out, and see if you can find a common ground. See if you are on the same page. If you are, that's great. But you can definitely end up on the same page, for according to these cards. It will take a bit of a compromises, okay? It will take a bit of a looking past certain, you know, things. But at the end of the day, you can end up together, living together. Just it has to be well established before that. So with that said, guys, this is going to conclude the this live stream, the new moon in Cancer. Thank you so much for all of your participation, and that you stuck around up until the very end of it. Hopefully from the next live stream moving forward, the cards are going to be a little bit more explanatory, because last few live streams, readings, it was, oh my god, it was so difficult to read. And I believe that that is because Mercury retrograde. So from the next one moving forward, the Mercury is not going to be retrograding. So hopefully, you know, the live streams are going to be much more easier on me. I hope that I haven't disappointed you with anything, and we are going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.